So as I dig into the mom's perspective in the Malcolm-Jamal Warner matter, I'm going to go a little legal with you, but hang on, I'll explain it as we go. Four corners of the document. Now, what am I talking about? A trust is a contract, in essence. That's what it is. And in contract law, we learn that you have to follow the terms of the agreement, period. You have to look at the four corners of the document, period. And whatever they say is what has to apply. The trust says give the majority to the mom. It says give some of it to the dad and give the rest of it to the sister. The dad is passed. Give the rest of it to the sister. So the law says, looking at the four corners of the document, you have to follow what it says, period, except in the event of ambiguity. And this is where it gets sticky. So if the four corners aren't clear, then you can look at other evidence to support that something different than what those terms probably say is what should happen. Now, what am I talking about with all that? Sorry to go so deep. This is what I'm talking about. The mom can stand, if I represented her, we would stand on the terms of that trust, regardless of when it was drafted. Judge, it doesn't matter. The law doesn't say it matters when the agreement was drafted. The agreement is the agreement, and it says give this to mom, give this to dad, give the rest to the sister. It doesn't say you give anything to the spouse. And so in many ways, like I've said before, the mom has to stand still, and she can't distribute something unilaterally without a court order. I've seen your comments. It just cannot happen. But here's where it gets ambiguous, potentially. I'm going back to the wife's side now. Because he got married after the trust was signed, I would make that argument, like I said earlier, I'm coming back to the mom. And because he didn't follow the terms of the prenuptial, which is a contract that impacts the trust contract, then I think it does create ambiguity. But back on the mom side, I would say, but it doesn't matter, Judge. The four corners of the document says what it says. We need to follow that. If Malcolm wanted to change it, he would have changed it, and he never did change it. And so he had plenty of opportunity. He decided not to do that. Judge, we need to stick with this, because if you don't, Judge, you're creating precedent where regardless of the trust, if other factors like marriage come in, we can always break the trust. And courts don't like to do that. I know a lot of you don't like to hear this. I'm just giving you the law. I'm not putting emotion in it. I'm going to talk later about where I think the case should go. But for now, if I represented the mom, that's what we would stand on, because that's what the law says. And that's how we would stick that out.